Atlantis, the mystical sunken island discussed by Plato in several of his works. Though his works were fiction, many historians and scholars believe that an island similar to Atlantis did exist. Was there a technologically advanced island civilization struck down by the gods for arrogance? You can explore the real story of Atlantis at BCPL. The myth of Atlantis has intrigued historians, researchers, and explorers throughout the centuries, and you can read about those exploits in some fascinating books. Mark Adams' book, Meet Me in Atlantis, My Obsessive Quest to Find the Sunken City, is an in-depth look at the people trying to prove that Atlantis existed and find its location. Adams meets with scientists, Plato experts, and even delves into how news was transmitted in Plato's time. This engaging read will help you decide if Atlantis really existed. Investigative journalist Philip Coppens believes that a version of Atlantis did exist and discusses that in the Lost Civilization Enigma. Coppens discusses Atlantis and other civilizations that may have existed before what is generally considered the beginning of recorded history. Researchers Rand and Rose Flemath believe they have located Atlantis in Antarctica and lay out their case in Atlantis beneath the ice, the fate of the lost continent. Their theory is that the Earth's crust shifted in 9600 BC, causing the thriving civilization of Atlantis to slide into the polar zone and be destroyed. This well-researched novel draws on the earlier works of Charles Hapgood, Albert Einstein, and Dwight D. Eisenhower to bolster their contention that Atlanteans fleeing the polar zone started the early civilizations we're all familiar with. One Atlantean most of us are familiar with is Aquaman, member of the Justice League, and soon to star in his own movie. You can catch up on the adventures of the fictional King of Atlantis in the Aquaman and Justice League DVDs, like Justice League Throne of Atlantis, or go old school and watch Aquaman on the 70s cartoon show Super Friends, all in the BCPL collection. As you can imagine, the story of a missing island has also inspired a lot of fiction, like Clive Cussler's Atlantis Found. This novel features adventurer Dirk Pitt's quest to find Atlantis. Along the way, Pitt battles horrific villains bent on destroying the world. This engaging thriller is also available as an ebook through BCPL's Overdrive service. Archaeologist Nina Weil heads up an expedition to find Atlantis in Andy McDermott's thriller, The Hunt for Atlantis. Weil's parents died on their quest to find the lost city, and Weil is determined to find the city while fighting off an array of evildoers bent on her failure. And for more action-packed fun in Atlantis, you have to check out Atlantis SquarePants, The Adventures of SpongeBob SquarePants in Atlantis. You can find these episodes on the SpongeBob SquarePants Season 5 DVD. If you're thinking of going off on your own search for Atlantis, you might want to start by becoming a certified scuba diver. Come on into BCPL and talk to any of our librarians. They can help you find a certified school for learning scuba diving and then help you plan your training and certification. What about a dive school in Hawaii? Or learning to dive in Australia's Great Barrier Reef? We've got all the travel and diving resources you could ever need, such as Fodor's Travel Guides, Frommer's Travel Guides, The Science Behind Swimming, Diving, and Other Water Sports, and Jacques Cousteau, The Sea King, a biography of the inventor of scuba, in case you need a little inspiration to get you started. Whether you're trying to solve an ancient mystery, plan a trip, or just find a great book to read, BCPL is the place to get started. So come on in and try any of our branches and explore the real story.